Guys, tell me the query. If I wanted to see for employee ID, first name, last name, salary from my employee table, what do I do?
Select first underscore name, comma,
আমি কি স্টার বলছি?
comma, last underscore name, comma,
Last underscore name, comma.
salary from
What am I missing?
From the table name.
employees.
That's not what I asked for. I asked for employee ID also. So what is the employee ID?
Employee ID,
Employee underscore ID.
comma,
Comma. From employees. And this. It gives me,
Those
instead of all the information, it gives me only 4 columns, correct? Now, I want to see all the employees' name, but I want to see the first name A to Z.
select. Yeah, then you put ascending somewhere.
So what do I do? What is that? What is that?
Only what did you say first name?
First name, where we have to take it off.
Order by ascending.
Order by first name or ascending.
Order by
First
first
name,
underscore name.
ascending.
It gives me the same thing, but the first name gives me now A to Z. Adam, Alana, Robert. Okay, I want to see the first 10 columns. What do I do?
Select Roman.
Select row now? No. I want to see first name, last name, salary from employees, but the first 10 people.
So Shopify where? Select
Less
employees,
than
first name, last name,
11.
Where?
This? No, it's my
Where?
phone giving me
Where?
login.
Row
Yeah, the
now?
optimum something.
Yes. Rona,
It's like you, how you
Where?
USA.
Rona,
It's USA,
Rona.
right?
less than equal to
11.
10.
So I see the first. What do I see? First 10 rows.
Employees where?
Now,
No, because
Row
it's
number.
You can do this one also. You can do this one 11.
11 and move to equal.
I can say 11. Less than 11 কোথেকে শুরু হবে?
10 থেকে।
If I say equal to and less than 10, then
Same,
what?
same.
Either 10 or less than 10. So it's the same query. Okay. Now, same Dorjon I want to do, but I want to see the last name ascending orders. So what do? I do the same query
where পরে
where, but then order by. Order by last
name by ascending.
last underscore name ASC. So always order by comes in after where?
Where?
You cannot put order by first. You gotta put order by later.
Okay.
So now everything came in, but this time look at the last name. It says Abel, Andy, Atkinson, Austin, Bayer, Baita, Banda, Bates, Bell, Banks, Bernstein. Correct? If I want to do the first name ascending instead of last name, I put first name ascending. Make sense? Alright, if I wanted to see the first 20 rows, what do I do?
Select
Select,
rows.
instead of here 11, I put 21.
21.
So 21 gives me first
First
20.
20.
20 rows. I get first 20 rows. Now I want to see from 10 to 12, 10 to 20, or 11 to 20. Let's say 11 to 20. How do I do that?
More
দুই ভাগে করতে হবে
more than 10.
হ্যাঁ এগুলো সব ঠিক আছে
More than 10, less than 10.
Okay, so you do this. Now, notepad, format, font. I want to do it 20 to 20. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Alright. So, forget about this now. If I wanted to see this, where?
Row now?
Row num,
Less than?
less than
Equal to 20?
or equal to 20,
Minus?
20,
Minus.
Minus?
Rona.
The same.
তারপরে ওটাকে আবার লিখতে হবে।
Same thing. পুরো click করবো।
Now I do this again. So what I do? Control C, Control V, but this time I put no name equal to 10. So what this does is doing this. Let's say I wanted to have row from 6 to 12. So what do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, let's say 13. I have 14, 15, 16. So I say, I want until where? Until from, I want to have 6 to 12 row. This is the one that I want to see. This here, correct? So what do? First take off until 12. I want to get everything until 12. How do I get the 12 until 12? So I can say anything row num equal to or less than 12. So everything after 12 gets eliminated. Correct? These are crossed off. Who didn't understand that part? Guys, please tell me, at least one person answer it.
Sorry,
I'm saying that if I wanted to, if I had like let's say 2,000 rows, right? 2,000 rows. I want to see only first 20. What do? First I do is I say select whatever star from the employees where row num is less than 21. That gives me everything else it takes off, but first 20 row it gives me. Do we make sense?
Yes.
Okay. After that I say, okay, but I don't want to have the first 5 too. In math, when you deduct something, do you deduct 4 from 5 or 5 from 4? Which one comes first? Bigger number or the lower number?
Bigger number.
Large number comes first. That's why you take the first 12 rows off. So I can say row number is less than 13. That means it gives me first 12 rows. Guys, you're paying attention. Do not look at your computer. Look at this. This is important. So you take off what? How do you get rid of first, how you take the first 12 rows? Freaking A. Row num less than 13. If I say row num less than 13, let's say I have 1 million rows. Does it count anything else but 12?
No.
So until 12, everything else gets wiped off. Not wiped off from the database means it's not taking it. It's selecting this now. It's highlighted this. Now I say minus this until here, until 5. So if I minus this and minus the rest, only this part is highlighted or not?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the employee ID row number is less than or equal to 20 or 21. So that means it gives me first 20 rows. Then I said, okay, minus first 10 rows. So what's left over? 11 to 20. Makes sense or not?
Mm-hmm.
Am I boring you guys?
No.
Alright. So let's execute this query. In ED, what do? Control S, file, exit. What did it give me?
The first
10
to 90.
Okay, so I wanted to do this.
Make it
I wanted to
21.
say here row num, comma. I wanted to see comma. Control S, file, exit, select, enter. What is the row number? 11 to? So if I tell you, give me 30 to 40, what do you do?
Open it up again.
Where?
So if I say 30 to 40, if I wanted to have only 30 to 40 rows,
It'll be less than 40, but higher than minus.
okay. So what do is like at first I gotta find out the first 40 rows, correct?
Mm-hmm.
First 40 rows selected. Anything from there underneath cross off. So to get that I gotta do is like row num
Less than 40.
less than 41.
40.
Less than
equal.
equal
Or
to 40.
less than equal to 40 or less than 40.
41.
41.
You have a
Okay,
minus?
41. Minus, I'm gonna
Same
do
thing.
30 to 40. So until 30, I'm gonna minus. So I said another query, same query, but this time minus row num is less than 31.
Or equal to 30.
So that
No,
takes
greater.
off 30.
Great,
First
huh?
gives me 40, then I'm taking off the first 30. So it gives me which one?
30 to 40.
Does it have to be greater than 31? No, less than.
Less than. If you
Oh,
do,
less than.
so what am I
30
saying
to
here?
40, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I wanted to have only 5 on 6, what do? You
Less
first
than
do, give me whole selection, whole thing.
Right.
How do you get the whole thing? Until 8. Row num less than
Or equal to.
9.
Oh, right.
Less than 9. Right? Now I'm taking what? I'm taking
5 and 6.
5 and let's say this all of them. I mean, if I wanted to have 5 and 6, then I have to do go less than 8. I mean less than 7, sorry. Less than 7. So it selects only this part.
Right.
Then I say okay minus this part. So which is what? 4 to
Oh,
1
gotcha.
is what?
Yes.
Row num
Less than.
less than 5.
Gotcha.
So that gives me 1 to 4, that gives me 1 to 7. So 1 to 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I take this off, what left over?
5, 6, 7.
Make
Gotcha.
sense? If I wanted to ask you, give me first name, last name, salary, but I don't want the people who doesn't have. So I only want the people who gets the commission. What do?
Select.
Select
Select first.
First name, last name.
Select, let's say employee ID, first name, last name, salary from employees. You should always do this one like this from employees. That means I know that this is until 1. So I go here and where?
Commission percentage is not
Commission underscore percentage
is not
is
Commission
not now.
underscore PCT
Is not.
is not null. I want whoever the one is. So I wanted to put here comma, commission underscore PCT. Make sense? Control S, file, exit. So it gives me all the queries, the people who has employee ID, first name, last name, but these are the people who gets the commission. Let me ask you a different question. Let's say my salary is $100. So salary equal 100. Commission equal 0. What is my total salary?
100.
100. How do you calculate that? Salary equal salary plus commission. Isn't that what it is? If somebody gets $100 salary per day and his commission is 0, his commission. But if the salary is $10, how do you calculate this? Salary, his total salary is salary plus commission, isn't it?
Right.
So 100 plus 10 equal 10. Now, let me ask you a different question. If I ask you, the salary is $100, his commission is 20%. Convert this in number. How do you do this? 24%, you put 100 at the bottom. Take this 0 off, take this 0 off. You have 210, correct? For this 0, you put 1 point in here. You take the 0 off, so it's 0.2. So if I have 30%, that makes it 30, 100, 100, take this 100, for this put a point in here, 0.3. Make sense?
Yes.
I'm just saying it because, this is easy math, but it can get confusing for the percentage, because if I say 1%, a lot of times people do it with 1. It's not. So 0.1% equal 100 for that 100. But you have 2 zeros. Now you gotta put point here, but put a 0 here. So 1% is actually 0.01. So he says here 0.4. How many percent is in there? 40% commission. Look at that. What is it? 40% commission, 30%, 20%, 25% commission. 0.1, 10%. It's not 1%. It's 10%. So if I ask you, somebody has $100 with 10% commission, with this is salary and commission is 10%. What's his total salary? Total salary equal
0.10
salary
plus.
plus commission, isn't it? This commission, how you calculate that? Salary plus salary times
10%.
commission. So this is what? 100 plus 100 times
0.10%.
0.10, isn't it? For these two, you can put the dot, bring it in here. Because if you put, take that 100, what do you do? 0.100 times 100. What do you do is, for this 100, take this off. You got it? So you can put it in here. For this 100, you shift it to here again. So it's actually $10. So salary is equal to actually $110. If it is 20%, it should be $120. If it is $200, this should be $220. This should be $240. Now take a look. Oh God, I totally freaking forget this.
Can I get one look?
Ask the volunteer key.
So we have done those create things, so I'm not going through those. Shojam, can you hear me? Text me if you can hear me. Shojam, can you hear me? What's going on? Can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me. Oh God. কেন শুনতেছ না বুঝতেছি না আমার কথা শুনিস না Hey, can you hear me now? Good. Can you see me?
Oh yeah, we can see you.
I'm not talking to you. Good. Alright, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go to the main queries. We have created, drop, truncate, alter all those tables, and we have done select start from employees, select last name from employees, select. So if I wanted to, alright, so basically what we're doing right now, okay, so I wanted to see all the employee ID, first name, last name, ribbon, last name, salary, and commission percentage. So the what query is this? Query is this: employee select employee ID, first name, last name, salary, and commission percentage from employees where the commission percentage is not null. So here is a query for you. I wanted to see the first name, last name, salary, and the total salary from there. Calculate that. So I wanted to see first name, employee ID, first name, last name, salary, commission percentage. After that, I want to see total salary. What do I do?
But salary equal to salary plus.
Salary equal to, you don't need salary equal to. You can say salary plus
Commission percent.
salary
times. Without times commission.
times. Good, go ahead.
Commission.
Commission underscore PCT from employees, and I control S, ED, and then I close this, I go exit / enter. What am I missing?
One more parenthesis.
One more parenthesis. Guys, pay attention to this. Stop conversation between you guys.
No.
What percentage of what parenthesis I'm missing?
Right there.
I'm missing here parenthesis.
I will not to both in this now. Let it close point.
Okay, close it.
Commission banner. তুমি তো টোটাল স্যালারি চাইছো নাকি কমিশনটা থাকবে হ্যাঁ আপনি তো কমিশন কমিশন চাইলে টোটাল স্যালারি হ্যাঁ
Close the parenthesis, the first one.
হ্যাঁ
Comma.
আমার মনে হচ্ছে তুমি
And comma missing.
Alright, so tell me what am I looking for here? Take a look at the queries right now. Select what? I'm selecting employee ID. I'm selecting first name, last name, commission per salary, commission percentage. So these are given rows in the employee tables, aren't they? They're already there.
Yeah.
I'm adding one more column. What is the separator for columns?
This,
How do you separate two columns? By a comma. Good job. So after commission percentage, I put a comma. That means I'm telling SQL that I'm putting one more column. Now what that column is? Column is I'm having a salary, total salary. Some people have salary, some people have salary plus commission. So how do you calculate that? Salary plus salary times commission. Right? You understand that?
Yes.
Now, this one I do and I execute this. What I do, I close it. Yes. Slip, enter. It gives me what? Take a look at this.
সবাইকে দিও যার যার আছে যার যার লাইফ সব ঠিক করতে
Now, this guy has 24,000 salary. Does it say 24,000? He doesn't have commission, but he should at least have some salary. Does it say 0 or 24,000? It says 0. It's nothing in there. Is it a correct query? No, it's not. It's not a correct query. Do you know why it's not a correct query?
Not
Because the people who doesn't have salaries, he's calculated them as 0. Because he times them as 0. That's not the way you should do it. So the proper way to do it is you gotta put something. Tawfiq, what are you gonna put?
NVL.
NVL.
What is that?
And stop jumping. NVL. And you put here, comma, 0. Now, let's see how that query comes in. Save. And then I can close this.
The NVL needs to be next to the commission percent.
Oh, my phone. Yeah. This
Why
has
is it
to
up
be.
here, though?
This has to be here. NVL.
What do you mean by the NBL?
Take a look at first. First to understand, and then we'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. So. Now take a look. This guy has $24,000, right? He has 0 commission. What's his total salary?
24,000.
Now all these are the same amount, but take a look at it here. This person has $14,000, right? His commission is what? 40%. 40% of 14,000 is probably 5,600. So what is the total?
19,600.
Does it make sense now? It makes sense. Tell me something. Does this make sense to you? What is the column name here? Salary plus NBL times salary. Does it make sense?
No.
If anybody sees it, they're not gonna see it. So you can see, you can say this one, I wanted to do a user defined column name. If you want to do user defined column name, what do? Don't put the comma, but after that you can just write down total salary. That means instead of this column, the whole thing is going to only write down total sal there. So if I close this, take a look first, and then you'll see what happens. What? What am I missing? Total sal. Jeez. Now, take a look what the column name says. What does it say now? Total salary. Does it make more sense now? Or you can say salary plus commission. However you want to say it. Salary underscore plus underscore commission. Or, but this one is more, more accurate. What you do right now is, this is what we're going to come into. Now let's talk about what does that mean? So what we're going to do it here, we can say enter. Sorry. Column names I'm looking for. Correct? One is employee ID, one is the first name, One is my last name, one is salary, one is commission percentage. Am I getting those? Oh shoot, nobody remind me for the spool. And nobody reminded me for the recording. Beautiful.
Because today we have the volunteer.
Yeah.
In that case, you all should be volunteer. Alright, no problem, we're gonna do this. Alright, so let's first select A, select X, and then I should say,
Spool.
how do I spool it?
Spool.
Spool,
C.
C,
Semi.
over,
Slash.
backward slash,
Oh, backwards.
and then
Output.
output,
Underscore
underscore,
11
11,
20,
underscore, 23,
underscore,
2015, dot,
txt
txt, semicolon, enter. Correct?
Now go to C
Now I'm
drive.
gonna do. Okay, never mind. PD. And this one, Control A, Control V. So that comes in now. This is what I'm getting from my employees table, total salary. I can also write down in here, let's say this is a monthly salary, I can say monthly salary.
Month L1. L missing.
Oh yeah, monthly salary. If I wanted to have these as a yearly salary, so I can put comma, I can put enter one here, and I can put this again. Take a look. Control C,
Control V.
Control V. This one instead of monthly, I wanted to put yearly. How many months in a year? 12. So what do I do?
12.
Times 12.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be inside the column.
If I put 12, is that a yearly salary or no?
Yes.
Alright, so let's execute this, see if it works. Yes. Take a look at that right now. My column names I want to see first. If my column names are there, I have employee ID, I have my first name, I have my last name, I have my salary, I have my commission percentage, I have monthly salary 24,000. Somebody times 24,000 with 12. How much is that? Okay,
It's correct.
forget about that. Huh?
The computer is correct.
Okay,
The digit
9,000 times 12. What?
108.
108. So is this 108 correct in here?
Yes.
12 times 12 is what? 144.
144.
নাম থাকে কি করছেন 12 12 144 12 okay 144, right? So 144,000. So that makes sense. So the yearly salary says monthly salary. Now we gonna come up to what does that mean? Write it down. It's called null, N-U-L-L, null value
Love.
locator. That means when you execute that query with an NVL, it's looking for that column that you mention NVL to, is gonna look for, is there anywhere is null, or is there anywhere that has percentage in there, or any other information. So for example, in our case, if we go in here, the computer is gonna come in, and I'm gonna mark it in here, edit, mark, and I see right here, these two, it says 2,500, but the value is null. What does that mean? Null means
Zero.
no assigned value there. They didn't assign any value there. It's not necessarily zero. It's no assigned there. Technically, they're taking it as a zero. So I told them, remember after present percentage, I put 0. So I said, take null value as 0. So anybody here is 0. What it does, salary times commission percentage 0. Whatever that is 0. plus my whole salary. So 28,000
Plus
plus
zero.
28,000 times 0,
Zero.
that means 0. So
Plus.
28,800. So it's only giving me that 2800. If I times it 12, that gives me yearly salary. It comes into the next row and it says 14,000. This is not a null value, but so I don't have to use that as a 0. I'm gonna use it as what it is. Make sense? Are you guys listening to music or something?
No.
Okay. Oh.
We just
Not
got
playing.
to- We just got to.
Oh, it kind of scares me. Okay. I think you were having a video chat somewhere. So what does NVL mean? Now value locator. So it locates. Which column we put NVL on? Commission percentage. Did we put an null value locator in first name, last name?
No, because
We put it in commission percentage. So it comes into the commission percentage row. It says, okay, where is the null value? All this null value is putting as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. After when he says something not null, he's not touching it. So the query is salary plus NVL salary times commission percentage, and then you put comma 0. What? You can write it, you cannot write it, but it looks good. Your column doesn't make sense if you have the whole thing written in there. So what it does, this one is, let's say $2,000, comes into there, null value locator, it finds out that there is no value located, so he takes that as a 0. He says 2,000 times 0,
Zero.
which is actually 0. Anything you times with 0 becomes a 0. And then it says 2,000 is right here, so it becomes 2,000.
Which is the data for the column.
Huh?
Which is the data for
That
the
we're
column.
looking for. So it replaces here 2,000. Now he comes in and he finds at 20%. So 2,000 of 20% is what?
40.
Four. One more zero, yeah.
20% of times 2,000. Right? If I take this 2 off, it takes this 20. 20 times 20 is 400. So it comes in here, it says, okay, I have 2,000 plus 2,000 times 0.4, because it's not 0, it's 0.4. So it gives you 2,000 plus
400.
400 makes it 2,400. When it doesn't see any value, it multiplies with this 0. Makes sense or not make sense?
Yes.
Me too? Fatima? Smart? Good. Shajal, you got that? Hi, Baba.
Baba, you need anything from me? Just say.
It should work. Is your Wi-Fi working?
Yeah.
It's working. Thank you, Baba. All right. So we have the null value locator in here. Like, let's go to our query and let's see what query we have now. Now our query is null is equal to, I updated this. So this one, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, which as a QA you should see what is the revision says. This one is revision 3 says?
4.
No. 4.
What you guys have?
3.
Good. That means something updated. Okay? Null value locator, I put it in there, and that's why. What does it say? Null means not assigned value. Okay. So if I wanted to do 11 to 20, we did this already.
Yes.
Row number. Okay, if I wanted to do anything, any row, correct? So to be on your safe side, let's do this. I wanted to see anywhere where the row number is less, I want to see the first 10 rows. What do I do? Right, if I wanted to do the first 20 rows, so I do this and last name ascending. Let me ask you this, I wanted to see the last 10 rows. What do I do? Smart people?
We need to see how many rows we have.
I wanted to see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's say I have 12 rows. I want to see the last 3 rows. But I don't know how many rows are in there.
So you
Reverse it. That's your first. That's a very good answer. As your reversing is the first thing. So if I wanted to reverse upside down, I wanted to
Descending.
make 12, 11. When you say descending, that makes sense, but you have to give me the whole query, how you do it. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Isn't that how you reverse it? Right? So to do that, what do I do? I say employee's ID, first name, last name, salary from employees, and you take this whole thing off and you say order by
Descending.
employee underscore ID. I want to see all the employee ID descending. So what do I do here first? I come in here, enter it. To make it look better, I wanted to do this and enter it. What is missing here? An S. Do you understand this query right now? Please tell me who didn't understand this. Report?
You may?
Did you understand this
Yeah,
query?
yeah.
What am I doing?
Yes, I did.
What am I doing? What columns I'm getting?
You're getting the like last row on the first page.
What columns I'm getting?
Columns names. Which columns?
What are the column names? The column names are these. Employee ID, first name, last name, and salary. Where am I getting from?
From employees.
From employees, which is my table.
Yes.
So remember I told you when you are asked a query, first thing you're gonna find out what am I getting, where am I getting it from, what is my condition. So my what part is I'm getting this.
Yeah.
There's another what part in there. Then my condition is where am I getting it from? From my employees. Now my condition is I want to get only the last 10 row. To make that happen, what do I do? First I reverse it.
Yeah, we get descending.
So I do it is like order by employee ID descending. So let's execute that query first and see how that goes.
Okay.
So I want to execute that query. To execute that query, I wanted to see. Yes. This. Now look at the employee ID. 100 comes in all the way bottom. Didn't it?
Reverse.
Right?
Yes.
So if I wanted to have the first 10 rows now, what do I do?
First 10.
Isn't that what am I looking for? I'm getting the first 10 rows. Now,
It's reversed.
even though I'm getting the last 10 rows, since I reversed it, now what are my first rows? First 10 rows.
The largest,
the last row.
the largest.
Where row num is less than 11. Is it going to work? So if I wanted to say, where row num is less than 11 and enter. Well, you already have descending in there. Now, only problem is where doesn't work after order by. What are the okay. SQL command properly not ended. You remember I told you something like this. What does it say? Select. You selected that, all the columns from employees. What comes after that?
Where?
Where?
Okay. So now if I go back in here and I say, okay, my order by should come after my
Where?
where. So let's do this. Now I put this order by
Cut.
Bastard. And I put it in here. Now there is a problem.
Yes. It is problem.
What is the problem?
Because you didn't decide anything yet. So you are not getting the right answer.
What answer should I get, people?
You get the wrong answer because
I understand I'm getting the wrong answer. You're right there, but tell me which answer I'm gonna get. What do you think I'm gonna get?
you get the first 10 rows. But you
Very
didn't get
good.
the last 10 rows.
Problem is right now, this is gonna go to selecting the employees' IDs and all those. It's gonna come to employees tables and it's gonna say, okay, take the first 11 rows. So it's gonna take the first 11 rows, then it's gonna do descending. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the last 10 rows. That's where,
use and.
no, you cannot use that. You cannot, you know, that's where a new thing comes in called, you can write it down if you want to, correlated subquery. It's called subquery or correlated subquery. That means I'm going to have one query, then I'm going to have another query. You understand that? So I'm going to have one query, then I'm going to have inside that query, I'm going to have another query. The question is, which one gets executed first? What is my main query? My main query is this one.
By your order.
They always execute the subquery first. You remember that?
Oh, math. Inside.
Second bracket.
You remember?
Yeah.
Which one executed first? This one, isn't it?
First bracket one, yeah.
Why? Because this is inside the first one, the subquery. Then comes in this one, then comes in this one, then the main query. So subquery gets executed first. So now, subquery I want to execute first. So let me do the descending thing first. Right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, do my descending part. This is my, what is this? Subquery. Now I'm gonna, it looks like you guys know this already, that's why you're bored.
No, because it worked for him.
Huh?
It worked for him.
What?
The regular, when you go select from where order by, it worked for him.
How did you put that?
Okay, write the query.
Okay, write the query for me.
Select employee underscore ID, first underscore name, last underscore salary from employees, where roll number less than 11, order by employee ID descending.
And it shows the last 10 rows.
Ja-
It goes from
just
employee
high level,
206
Didn't we just do it?
to 197.
Didn't we just do it?
Save that
No,
one.
you put order by and then where. He put where and then order by.
You put it manually.
Where?
Where
Roll number
num is less than 11.
Yeah, it's working.
Rona?
Is less than 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and he
working.
said it worked.
I didn't even do it.
Is that what you wrote?
No bracket.
No problem.
I didn't put it in bracket.
Yeah.
Leave there.
We found a loophole.
Yeah, he said that they don't take on.
Yeah, that's a loophole.
Yeah, but I
That's a
think
bug.
there is an issue, like the
No, it's
The
not.
order is incorrect. It's like 206, then 205, and then 197 should be on the way up. 206 should be in the bottom. So I guess you still have to first
Actually, they
put it in
give
descending order,
The
then
comments
then
only
finish it.
coming from first part. The way descending or ascending, just taking the front.
You're just
From
taking the
that
10,
way.
but it's not putting in the right order.
So if I put this one, if I wanted to put this one again, and I say, all right, instead of descending, I put ascending,
Yeah.
It may work out. That's
it's that. Now what gives me?
Oh no.
Am I getting the right way?
No.
My employees'
No.
IDs?
You're not getting what
So
you
you can actually, you can have this one, and then you're gonna put this one, order by employee underscore ID ascending. Am I getting my employees? So let's say I have in between, I wanted to have between 20 and 30. What do I do? Like let's say I wanted to have the last 10 employees, right? Second last employee, what do I do?
The second to last?
Yeah. How do you know what is the last one?
Gotta put in order first.
But the last
Do you,
Second to the last.
there is a way of doing it, it's called limit, but that's not the point. Point is, let's pretend that I don't know anything about it, but I wanted to see all this ascending orders. I wanted to see everyone like in a chronological orders. If I, let's say I take 2,000 of them, out of 1 million people, it's gonna come up to the bottom one first.
Right.
So the proper way to do it is not this way. The one that you did, it shouldn't be the proper way because you have 2,000 of them, it's gonna get 2,900. There is no way you can sort that. There is no way you can put the employee ID sorting. So the proper way to do it is, where's my? So proper way to do this is this. I want to put this one as a subquery. That means I wanted to execute that first. So if that it gets executed, what happens? All the employees' names are reversed now, right? Now I do this, all these employees reversed. Now I put here something called select. Same thing right here. I put the whole thing in here. Select this from,
Employees.
I don't put employees there. I put the subquery in there and then I say where row num is less than 11. Now you can say order by employee ID ascending. So for example, forget about this part for now. So let's execute this. Let's see how it comes in. You see right now it came in the same as you did, right? Give me this one ascending orders. Can you give me that one ascending orders in yours? In your query? Instead of that, now I know that I have one subquery here, correlated subquery, this one, and this one get executed first. It detects the first 11 rows, and I said, okay, you know what? Make this employee ID ascending orders. So if I do this, close, yes, this. Now take a look. 197 came in first or not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you do that in yours? Try it, see if you can do it. Always descending orders. It's never going to come in ascending orders. correlated subquery, what happens? Subquery gets executed first, then the main query. So if I say, what is my main query here? What are you going to tell me? What is my main query?
Select.
My main query is actually this part
And the bottom part.
and the bottom part. This is my main query.
The middle is
And this is my
subquery.
subquery.
এর ভিতরে parenthesis
Right, whatever I have subquery, that's query. So which one gets executed first?
Subquery.
Subquery gets executed first. So before he does everything, he goes to the employee table, he gets these columns that I selected in the subquery, and he gets the employee table ID, reversed it, he's sending already. He gets that first. Then I say, okay, you know what? From there, get those information, and then give me anything row number below 11. Then I say, okay, you know what? Now all the employee IDs give me ascending orders. Are you sleeping? You know this?
No, I'm trying to absorb. It's too much.
আমাদের আজকে একটু কফি আর চা খেতে হবে
You missed like 6 rows.
At 10 o'clock. Now at 9:30. Now,
What was your question? You wanted to
huh?
please, what was your question? Well,
The question about this,
no, you had you said. What did you ask us to do with this?
no, I said the main question is this. When I ask a question, like, you know, when I ask the write a query, if there is a subquery that gets executed first, and then the main query, right? Now let's do some other queries that we want to do. You see this NVL commission percentage, total salary, it came in, we did this, didn't we? So if the salary is 500, what should be the total salary? 500 plus 500 times whatever the commission is. Both correct. You can do 1.51 to 1.152. Okay, now, I just wanted to tell you this about correlated subquery. So I wanted to see the highest paid salary. Now before I do that, I wanted to ask you this. I wanted to see who gets the highest salary.
Order the salary. You want to order the salary first.
No, who gets the highest salary? I mean, forget about that. What is the highest salary? I want to see the highest salary. What is the query?
Maximum.
Good. So what do I do?
Select.
Select
Salary.
max,
Salary.
Comma মধ্যে salary হবে।
not comma, parenthesis. In parenthesis. Comma bhi to salary hoy na? Comma bhi to kichu hoy nahi? Yeah. Okay.
Guli alaiso.
Okay. Open bracket, close bracket, and where am I getting it from? Employees. That will give me
maximum salary
maximum salary, isn't it? Oh Jesus, what am I missing here? I should have put com semicolon. It gives me what is my maximum salary?
24,000.
So if I say right now, select star from employees where
Salary.
good.
Maximum.
No, salary is equal to 24,000.
They don't know.
And it's gonna yes.
So it's gonna give me, this is the guy who gets 24,000. So you can do it in two ways, but I want to do it in one shot.
Take his phone number.
Okay, check what's it.
Yeah, $24,000. No, $24,000 per month. It's a guy, man. If it is a girl, I would say. You know, so.
Where's the interest?
And the money.
Yeah, you can actually have it.
The money.
I feel sorry, but I'm telling you this: the 24,000 is gonna miss a lot of digits soon. As soon as you call him. So if we go right now, what is the max? First finding the table, and then we say, okay, who is equal to that? But I wanted to do it in one shot. So if I wanted to do that one shot, this is my subquery. So I wanted to do, what is my subquery should be? First I gotta find out, select max salary from employees. That's my subquery. Now I say select star from inside the subquery, and I say from employees where salary equal this. Instead of saying 24,000, it's gonna give me 24,000. It doesn't matter what the salary is gonna give me. If I say 24,000, but if his salary becomes 25,000 next year, it's not gonna give me that give me that name. Would that?
No.
But it doesn't matter how many times they change whoever salaries are. It's always gonna give me the highest salary.
Right.
So if I close this, yes, isn't it the same query?
Well, same result.
Which one? Come here. Okay. How do you get minimum salary from employee J? Write a query. Select star.
No,
Star will give you everything. Wait, baby, don't help him.
Okay.
A star will give you what? If you say star, all the column names I'm getting. Am I getting all the column names in here? I said no. Give me who gets the lowest salary.
Sure.
Select what?
No girlfriend, no hair.
Select what? What am I selecting? Select what?
For now.
Minimum salary. Right.
Select.
Salary from okay, so wipe it off. So you can write down in here, write down the proper way. How do you write select? Good. Select. Yeah. Keywords. Keyword. Isn't that a keyword?
Yes.
Okay. Then what?
Then salary.
Right. Okay. Now write from here. From where?
Employees.
Good. Write it down. So what do you write? Select minimum underscore
Salary.
salary from employees. Isn't that what you write? What it gave me? What is the result? Come here. Tell me. What is the result here? No, you can stay there. What is the result there? I wrote minimum salary for my employees. What is my result?
2100.
Right. So you have $2,100. That's your minimum salary. I want to see who gets that minimum salary. Yes, Baba. So I want to see that. What do you do now? Go to the back. So now tell me what you write. Now tell me. Now you write in here. Now I know that the lowest salary is $2,100. I want to see who gets lowest
We need a
$2,100.
name.
Huh?
We need to know who get this salary.
Right. So tell me, how do you do that?
You fill, I can
You can
select.
write it down, whatever you feel like.
Select.
Is that how you spell select?
Sorry.
No. Okay. Select. I want to see everything from employees table, whoever gets $2,100.
It's a subquery, so.
For now, do it in one. Like I know that lowest salary is $2,100. So I want to see who gets lowest salary. So you say select star from where?
From employee to
Write it
employee.
down. You understand this? Then? No. Do you have a table here?
No.
So why are you writing table there?
Okay, so
What is the table name?
employees.
Okay, so select a star from employees.
Separate.
Now I know minimum salary is this. Salary is $2,100. So how do you do that?
Salary equal to 2,100.
What what comes before salary? You gotta have a condition. When you have a condition, what do? You write this. Where?
Salary.
The salary. Where do you find the salary?
Sorry.
Equal.
2,100.
Isn't that what you have? Now put this whole thing in here. Bring it in here, and no, I'm sorry. Put this in here, and instead of this, if I write the whole thing in here right now and say salary equal, instead of 2,100, I say select minimum salary from employees. Now, how much is this gonna be?
Same money.
2,100. So I put this and then I put it. So which one is executing first? Subquery.
Yeah.
Subquery executing first, it gives me 2,100. Now it goes to the employee table again and says who gets $2,100. Makes sense? এইখানে দাঁড়ায় আমারে ভয় পাইয়া কই দিব না। Tell me honestly if you understood this or not.
This makes sense.
Okay, go. Does it make sense now? If I wanted to see the people who gets more than average salary, if I wanted to see people who gets more than average salary, what do?
Select type more than.
Same thing in here.
Same
I go this instead of minimum. I say
Average.
AVG.
make sense or not? So it's gonna give me average salary, and I'm gonna say whoever is more than that means.
What spoon is,
Festus, you understood this?
You just pull this.
I just spoon this all the time. That's why spoon comes in very handy. You don't have to.
No, I'm gonna do it, but I wanted to see.
No,
I want you to understand it. So if I wanted to see what is my average salary, what is my average salary? AVG, right? AVG. So and I get the average salary. Yes. Answer. It gives me the average salary of this whatever.
Oh, shoot.
So I know my average salary is right now. So I write down select AVG salary from employees. Now I want to say select AVG from employees, but that's my subquery, and I can say right here
Select.
select
Star from
from
employees.
employees,
Where salary?
employees, and now I have my executed subquery, which is
Where salary?
where
Salary.
salary
Greater than?
is greater than my
Salary average.
average, whatever that result comes in.
ও এভাবে দেখে জিনিসটা
So it tells me 51 people gets less than, more than salary, more than average. Shajal, the reason you get this query, so you let's say that you find out who gets more than average bill. So those are your prime customers. So like for AT&T tomorrow, what are you saying? I cannot hear you well. God, I hate this. Can you hear? Alright, so let's go for the next query. Guys, we gotta finish it by next tomorrow. I'm done. I'm not gonna do SQL anymore. If you guys do it, you do it. Yeah, shut down. You were revised on the this one, not manager name, I want to do this one as so I want to do this first underscore name, comma, last underscore name, salary, and then I can put this one as first underscore name, comma, salary. I can do this one tell you right now,